Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Olumide. In today's class, I'll be teaching you guys something I think it will help you. It will help you a lot. We're talking about curves. And before we go into that, I took this image without a gel. Actually, it was more of a manipulation. I used my speed light. I wanted the background. The background is white, and I wanted a little bit of yellow in the background and part of her face. So what I did was I used my speed light. I got a yellow nylon just around the one I found around. I got a yellow nylon. I wrapped it around my speed light and I positioned it in such a way that it will hit part of the face and at the same time hit my background. And I think at the end of the day, I love it. Most times if you have the money for big gadgets, why not go for it? But then if you can't afford one for now, I think you can still create something magical even from the little that you have. So don't limit yourself to when you have big gadgets. You can create something amazing with the little you have. So this is not a gel, this is just speed light with nylon, yellow nylon, and nice positioning. Okay, so today let's come to our curves. Okay, there are two places you can find your curves. It's either you find it here or you come to your adjustment layers down here. You find every other adjustment layers down here. So but that is not why we are here today. Today we are here to talk about curves. Most times when we use our curves, when we are just like this, you see what this does, it affects both the reds, the green, and the blues of the image, bringing about brightness into the image. I don't know if you understand. So now let me show you something. Let's take it back. Now as soon as I push these lights up, you can see the brightness is coming up. But when you push it up too much, then you start losing details as well, because the highlights become so obvious and too much, destroying your image. So, and this kind of image, in an image like this, you need to be careful, especially when you have colors, so that at the end of the day, when you push your slides up too much, it won't affect the colors, the beautiful colors you have in your image. So now we've all been seeing this. Some persons don't even know the meaning. RGB means red, green, and blue. Red, green, and blue. But then when you push it down, you see, most of the time what we use is the combination of the red, greens, and blue. But do you know that you can adjust each colors individually, separately? You can adjust only the red in the image. You can see the red. You can adjust only the greens, and you can adjust only the blues as well. Then RGB, the opposite of RGB is CMY. CMY. What is the meaning of C? C is cyan. Okay, it's greenish blue. When you subtract your red from white light, you get cyan. Let's do something about that. So now, see your red. I told you the opposite of red is cyan, that is C. The opposite of R is C, which is cyan. The opposite of G, which is greens, is magenta. And the opposite of blue is yellow. So now, this is our red slide. You can see I've changed it to red. If we push it up, you have more of red. Are you seeing it? Red, red, and red. But then when you push it down, which is the opposite of the red, you start having your cyan. You see, that's a color in between green and blue. You actually get this color when you subtract your red from your white light. This is the color that you have. You see, take for instance, I want to introduce more of cyan into my image. All I need to do is just drag down the reds, and I have just like that. Okay, then when you come to your green, when you push your greens up, it brings greens into your image. But then the opposite of greens, don't forget I told you, is magenta. Magenta is a mix of red and blue light. mix of red and blue light. It's reddish purple, something like that. Mix of red and blue light. When you mix these two lights, you get magenta. This is what you get. So if you push your green downward, you see it introduces magenta into your image. Magenta and red, they are not the same thing. They are different. They might look the same to you, but they are actually different. When you pay close attention, you discover that they are different. So when you push down your greens, you have magenta. You see, you have magentas in your image. Push it up and you have greens back. Are you seeing it? Let's take it back. Okay, then when you come to your blue, I told you the opposite of blue is yellow. If you push your slide up just like this, you see blues in your image, and when you push it down, you have your yellows. Take for instance, now this image, I have enough yellows already. If I want to add more yellow, all I need to do is just bring it down, just like that. Introduce more and more and more yellow into the image. And if I add yellow like this and I feel like it's okay, at times you might want to play with colors, and I push it down and say, okay, I want more yellow. Okay, then I can be like, okay, let's add more magenta. There's magenta in the image already, but let's just add a little bit of more, just like that. Then you can come to your red and say, okay, I want little cyan there, just like that. See, before, after, before, after. Can you see? So these are some of the things you can play with when you are working with your portraits, that there is so much beautiful colors in it. In order for you not to kill the details of the color, curves can be of help. So this brings us to the end of the tutorial. I hope you learned something. If you know you've learned something, please subscribe, make comment, share to your friends. By doing that, you're encouraging me to do more. See you next time.